the second sequel to Transformers Michael Bay franchise came out in 2009, 2 years after the first one came out in 2007. Yes, it was really awesome seeing this, I believe, on DVD, because I don't think I saw it in theaters, but it's like my other favorite Transformers film. But yeah, of course, Autobots and Decepticons are still like at each other, but there's a new threat. And of course, Sam is off to college now and away from the Autobots, but of course he gets in their way once again. And of course we meet old faces and we meet new faces. And it's a great storyline between Sam and, of course, the Autobots. And, of course, the fact that now he's being hunted by the Decepticons because he has something of theirs that they want and stuff. So it adds a lot to take in. And I have a lot of favorite scenes, like two of the Autobots named Skids and McFlap start fighting each other. And, of course, I'll explain more in a little bit. And just really awesome action scenes, and I just really love about Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. But, yeah, that's all I got.
Keep going.
Now to the cast. Of course, being Shia LaBeouf, yeah, like I said, he's going off to college, and he's not allowed to take any car with him. Like, he can't take Bumblebee with him. So, and, of course, his parents are like, well, Millie's mom is not like letting him leave because, you know, typical mom don't want his son to leave, going off to college and stuff, but it's a typical mom. But fortunately, he stumbled upon a shattered Allspark cube that from the last battle stuck to his sweater, and he absorbed it in his mind, and a bunch of kitchen appliances got turned into Decepticons, and B ended up destroying a house while trying to find out the Decepticon drones, and yeah, that was and also, like, during college, Sam started, like, you know, lashing out because of the stuff he absorbed from the Allspark shard and stuff, and of course, Decepticons are also after a shard like that as well. And of course he's being hunted, and he almost got killed. Well, he did get killed temporarily during the final battle, but he did get brought back to life, and he, of course, saved the day as usual. But yeah, that's all I have to say for Shia LaBeouf. For me, 10 out of 10 for them. Now with Megan Fox, this is her last time being in Transformers franchise, because, like, I don't know what year it was, but it said that she got fired the fact that she called Michael Bay Hitler.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Savage.
Yeah, that's what I heard, but Megan Fox still continues to be well, she does say that she wants to break up with him and stuff, but she ends up being shenanigans and stuff, and apparently, like, caught him making out with a girl, but it turns out to be a Decepticon disguise, so that's just I mean, how is he supposed to know that it was a Decepticon disguise?
Also, I found out more about this Hitler thing. So in her interview, she described Michael Bay, his attitude as Hitler, because she said he wants to be like Hitler on his sets, and he is.
What the
Whoa.
That is just...
Dang.
So I was about Michael Bay. No, I don't blame her, though. If he acts like that in the sets, then you can't blame her.
Oh,
Man.
I guess so. I guess he's the new Hitler. Hitler Jr.
Hitler.
Man. All it needs is a mustache. I mean, I'm not disrespecting Michael Bay. Well, since you said that, maybe it's in between, but whatever. Okay, so, yeah, of course, she has to go on an adventure with Sam and stuff, and, yeah, she almost, like, freaked out because Sam got killed during the battle, but she was happy to see him alive and stuff, and that was the last time we seen Sam and then I say Michaela. Sorry, my bad. But I mean, she did really good in a film. Both of the films, 9 out of 10. And now we get to there's a new character named Leo Spitz, which is Sam's college buddy. So, yeah, he is a bit of a weirdo, like kind of like those guys that want to see if aliens are real and stuff. Like, I even showing footage of the Shanghai battle between Autobots and Decepticons. Of course, someone like deleted it out, and Sam said he doesn't think it's real and stuff because he doesn't want to, given the fact that he knows about the Autobots and Decepticons. And of course, Leo had to be forced to join in with the group, and now he knows about Sam's secret with the Cybertronians and stuff. But he's an alright character, more of a slapstick and stuff, like getting tasered twice. So, he's a pretty hilarious character. I wish I would see more of his actor, Ramon Rodriguez, but this film is my main reason I have this to him, so I give him a 9 out of 10. And now we have the return of Simmons, played by John Turturro. Of course, now he's fired from his so-called Sector 7. Now he's working at a meeting store with his mother, and yeah, now he's part of the team again, and yeah, and he did pretty all right. And he was like one of the reasons that Leo got tasered, because mainly he was freaking out during a Decepticon shootout, so he just tasered him to shut up. But yeah, John Turturro, how did you get introduced to him?
Well, I basically explained this in the last one. Yeah, Cars 2.
Yeah, it was Transformers 2007, Cars 2, and then later in 2 Adam Sandler movies, Anger Management and You Don't Mess With the Zohan. He's a pretty decent actor, and yeah, he's like really awesome. So 10 out of 10. Well, that's basically it. I don't have to talk about the rest of the humans, but let's move on to the Autobots. Of course, being the leader, Optimus Prime. Of course, being part of the film, but apparently he gets killed. Well, temporarily, because they're in battle with him and Megatron. And Megatron killed him, but of course they're out for Matrix and leadership, which is the only one that could revive him. And yeah, he fought off the remaining Decepticons, and he badly damaged Megatron and killed the main antagonist, which I'll explain in a little bit. But yeah, Optimus is really awesome. Other than Peter Cullen voicing him, he still rocks as him. Of course, Infinity for both. And of course, for Bumblebee, like I mentioned earlier, he's not allowed to bring Bumblebee to college, which upsets Bumblebee. But of course, Bumblebee has to like pick up Sam because, of course, the Decepticons still the last remaining shard of the Allspark and stuff. And yeah, Bumblebee did really all right in this film. Just a side character, that's all. 10 out of 10. Now there's 2 new Autobots, which I mentioned earlier, which were fighting Skids and Mudflap. But apparently there's a lot of controversy with these 2, because a lot of people say that they're based on racial slurs and stuff.
No,
like,
not slurs. It's supposed to just say they're based off of black people.
Well, yeah, and I watched a thing on a channel called Theory Miss. It was explained that they weren't intended to be based on black people. I mean, yeah, sure, but they're supposed to be like want to be gangsters. But yeah, they're some of my favorite Autobots as a kid. That's how I got introduced to Skids and Mudflap. Mudflap being voiced by a guy I'm not really familiar with, named Reno Wilson. Do you know who Reno Wilson is?
Let's see. Well, all right. So like he's out. But if I recall correctly, but
I'm back. I heard what you said though.
Okay, so he was in stuff like so The Cosby Show, Mike and Molly, Oh yeah, Mike and Molly, right? Because I remember that Elvira moment. Yeah, that was hilarious. Okay.
I love Mike and Molly. It's one of my favorite shows.
Wait, which actor are you talking about?
Reno Wilson.
Reno Wilson, the voice of Buck Flap.
Oh, I know about him. Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, and the other skits, I was shocked to find this out as I was growing up. He's voiced by Tom Kenny, who's known for voicing SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah, and I gotta say, like, even though people might hate these guys, I actually thought that was kind of freaking cool to hear Tom Kenny act like a freaking gangster and drop in curse bombs
I
everywhere.
know. Especially the part where Skits and Mudflap try to fight a giant Decepticon. Mudflap accidentally shot Skits in the face and knocked off his skull too.
Yeah, ow, man, you shot me in the face.
Yeah. Anyway, and besides Skids, there's another character he voices named Wheelie. He's basically a Decepticon drone after the Allspark that Sam gave to Michaela put in her car shop safe. Of course, she's unaware that there's many Decepticon drone trying to steal it. Of course, she sees him and she messes up his eye. And of course, he switched sides after like being treated well in between. But he's still a pretty hilarious character. My introduction to Wheelie, and later I got introduced to him again in Transformers 1986 movie. Well, I like this one better because the way Tom Kenny performed as him, he did it really well. And I gave him an infinity. And now for one of the coolest Autobots, Sideswipe. Of course, being shown in the Shanghai battle of being chasing onto a Decepticon named Sideways. He's got like wheels for feet and he has blades on his arms. He's just really awesome. He's like my main favorite of the Sideswipes besides the others. I'm glad they created him in this one. He did really well. And I gave him an infinity. He just rocks. Now, onto the Decepticons. Of course, for Megatron, since he's been dead in the last film, the Decepticons found the last shard and brought him back to life. But of course, he needed some parts because some of his parts got destroyed or broken off. So now, instead of just a Cybertron jet, he's a Cybertron jet and a tank, which why he has a cannon arm now. And of course, since he has that, he killed Optimus with that, and he got badly damaged during the final battle. So, yeah. And there is a new antagonist. Of course, in the name title of the film, The Fallen, the original Decepticon. So he's very ancient and stuff. Even though Megatron is the leader, he still serves under the Fallen. And yeah, he is like very powerful. Like he can levitate objects and stuff. He can teleport, and he can do other sorts of stuff. And yeah, and even though he's very powerful, he was no match for Optimus Prime, which he got killed by him and stuff. And yeah, he's an alright character. But that's all I have to say. 9 out of 10. Now, there's another Autobot named Jetfire. Well, he was originally Decepticon, and this was based on the 80s Transformers because Jetfire in the 80s cartoon used to be called Skyfire, and he was a Decepticon. But I don't know how it happened. Had something to do with Starscream, and he became an Autobot. But in this film, since he's been there for several thousand years or so, and well, he decides to side with the Autobots since the Decepticons are winning, and he explained the origins of the Fallen and of course the other Primes, which the Fallen is part of. But during the final battle, Jetfire got badly damaged, and he sacrificed himself in order to become part of Prime, since his parts came Prime's new armor. So yeah, that's just pretty nifty. And there are others, but I don't want to get into much detail. It would just take too much. But yeah, this is still like one of my favorite films of Transformers. I rate it infinity.